Well, no harm done after all. Now, if I were you, I wouldn't eat any more of your budgie's food. Because it doesn't encourage him all that much, and he will eat it himself when he's hungry. Okay? Bye-bye, then. Right, who we got there?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Am I teaching you today?
Yes.
Oh, if I'd known that, I would have worn a suit of armour and taken a tranquilizer. How did it happen?
I'm very sorry. I was holding the door open like this to let the others through. Then I let go.
You two. So look, if any more patients come in, I wanted you to take their name and find out what's wrong with them, okay? Good. I don't know how you do it.
I don't...
You tripped over a student, you okay?
Yeah. Was she nice?
You're all right.
Give me X-rays.
Are those Mrs. Lang's X-rays?
Yeah, they are.
Good. Nurse, would you mind clearing up this mess, please? Grace, I've got something nice, quiet, and easy for you to do. Now, this is Mr. Harris, and all he needs is a straightforward bandage from here to here. Now, you've done this before, haven't you?
Yes.
Good. Carry on.
Here, money doesn't grow on trees, you know.
No, Mrs. Lang.
Well, we can't afford to lose 50 pence.
No.
Well?
Nothing.
Ah, well, there you go, Mrs. Lang. Nothing to worry about. No sign of your 50 pence piece.
Well, where is it then?
No idea, but it's certainly not inside little Richard here.
Look, it was in my purse this morning, and I caught him with all my loose change in his mouth. He must have swallowed it. You have, haven't you? There, you
But
see?
look, I've done the X-rays. There's no sign of it. It would show up.
Well, it could be behind this.
That is the label with his name on it.
Well, I don't like the look of that thing there.
That's his heart.
Well, maybe it slipped down behind it.
It is not there.
Look, I am not going till you find it. Why don't you operate?
Hey?
Hang on a minute. Dr. Collier, please.
Yes.
Look, it is obvious the little bleeder's pocketed it. Now, she ain't gonna go without a 50 pence piece, right?
Well, let's give her one then.
Oh, great, yeah.
We'll pretend to find it in his mouth.
I've got 5 10-penny pieces.
Oh, terrific. What is he, a change machine?
I don't believe it.
Here we are. Let's shove this in his orifice.
Mrs. Lang, we've decided to have just one more look.
Yes.
And if we can't see it, then I'm afraid we will have to operate.
Good.
Right, you just lie back, Richard, please. Fancy, close your eyes. Open wide. Good. Now. Yes, hello, hello.
See something?
What?
Dr. Waring, I'm sorry.
Geoffrey, this is a surprise. No idea you were in the building. Come and sit down.
Popped in, quick word, 3 points. 1, personal matter. 2, university business. 3, dinner at my club next Tuesday.
Certainly.
Good. Now, 1, knighthood. Your knighthood.
Oh,
Oh, now we all know you're up for it. The point is, will you accept it?
oh, yes.
Good, good. There are so many damn Bolshes about refusing them. You know, I think the government is finding difficulty in getting rid of them. Oh? Handy things, titles. You can even get credit in these wretched supermarkets. Now, point 2. As Vice-Chancellor of this university and a medical man, I naturally am interested in the teaching hospitals under me. And frankly, the standard of teaching is appalling. High dropout rate.
Oh.
Except here. I've just been looking through your first year's results. Most impressive.
Really?
Yes.
Good. Mind you, I can't take all the credit for that. The junior staff do quite a lot of the teaching.
Ah, but leadership, Geoffrey. I'd like to meet some of your young chappies. You know, a bit of encouragement does the world of good.
Oh, well, yes. Well, now, let's see who we got. Dr. Waring's rather good, promising surgeon. And I've noticed that he does have quite a way with the students.
Stupid, clumsy, mindless idiot! So far this morning, I've dealt successfully with 5 patients, and you've provided me with 6 new ones, including 2 staff nurses and a doctor.
I'm very sorry.
What are you doing?
Hello, sis.
Quietly murdering your brother, that's all.
Oh, dear. Has he been silly again?
Now, look, Grace, you and I are going to go and see Professor Loftus, and you're going to tell him what you've been doing here, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, dear.
Now, get up to his office and wait for me outside.
Yes, sir. Where is his
Come!
office?
First floor up, second corridor on the right, 3rd door!
First floor up.
Doctor, your brother has just done...
Isn't he being very clever?
My dear girl, he is as thick as 2 short boobs. I mean, planks.
We'll help you, won't you, Duncan?
I'm doing my best, I honestly am, but I mean, I like him and I want him to get on. But it's like trying to play football with balloons.
Yes. It is funny how the talents got distributed differently in our family.
Hello, casualty. Oh, yes, sir, yes, sir. Right away, sir, yes. Actually, I've just sent one of my students up to you, sir. Because he's amazing. Incredible. Yes, sir, of course, right away, sir.
Where is Dr. Loftus' office, please?
So, not only will get a chance to meet one of my more promising doctors, but one of my more promising students as well. Come. Ah, Dr. Waring.
Grace here, sir.
Who?
Oh, it's all right. One of my first-year students. Probably got lost.
Allow me to introduce you. Dr. Waring, this is Lord Hertford, Vice-Chancellor of the University.
Oh, how do you do, sir?
How do you do, Doctor? And congratulations.
Sir?
We're very pleased with the results you and your colleagues have been getting with the first year.
Oh.
Ah, Grace.
Where?
Found him.
Oh.
Ah, yes. Now, this is a good example for the Vice-Chancellor.
No, sir.
According to your first report, he was of low intelligence, ham-fisted, and no surgical ability whatsoever.
That's him, sir.
Yes, I remember. But your next report says 100% improvement. Gaining confidence all the time, surgical ability, excellent.
I said that?
Certainly you did. And it's a credit to your teaching ability.
And we can all take a pat on the back because of you, Doctor.
Oh,
We shall have to consider giving you a bit more responsibility. And, a bit more money.
Oh.
You know, I should like to meet this fellow, Grace. You must be very proud of him.
Yeah, sort of. Look, if you excuse me, sir, I've just got to go down. I'll get it, sir. Go away.
But I...
Clear off.
What was that?
Wrong door, sir.
Come.
Oh.
Yeah?
Grace, sir.
Ah, come in. This is Lord Hertford, Vice-Chancellor of the University.
Oh, Dr. Waring sent me up here to explain about my terrible behaviour in casualty, sir.
What happened?
Oh, well, it all started this morning, and
He didn't say good morning to the staff nurse, sir.
Eh?
What?
Yeah, well, it's not important, sir, but I do like to maintain a certain code of behaviour.
Now, you see, a perfectionist.
What about the 50p piece?
Ah, well, can't have you taking the blame for my negligence. No, my fault entirely.
Well, I was the one...
Yes, sir. With your permission, I think Grace ought to go back and prepare his notes for the ward round, sir.
Ward round this afternoon.
Yes.
Perhaps you care to come along.
No, there's not one this afternoon, sir.
There is, it's Thursday.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
It is.
It is, yes.
I'd love to come.
Well, I'm sure that's possible. And we'll all look forward to that, won't we?
Duncan's maybe bigger than mine.
Oh?
Mine's small, but it's just as good. Would you like to have a look at it? Yeah, come on, I'll show you. It's that blue Mini down there, by the ambulance. See, look at the size of Duncan's great one. I mean, you wouldn't be safe going out with him in that. The seats go down and...
Dr. Collier, I'm not going for a drive in your car.
Well, we don't have to go for a drive, we'll just stay in the car park.
How'd you like it?
Oh, front seat or the back seat, coffee, yes, well, white, like your lovely skin.
Sugar?
2 large ones, like your lovely...
Doctor?
You don't want to go out with me, do you?
Well, it's just, I'm worried about Reggie.
Reggie?
My brother.
Oh, Reggie. Well, I'm sure he won't mind if you go out with me. Oh, you've got lovely eyes.
Reggie's got terrible eyes. You see, that's why he gets everything wrong and ends up getting it in the neck.
Oh, you've got a lovely neck as well. And lovely hands.
Well, Reggie's left-handed. They tried to make him change when he was young. I think that's all part of the trouble.
Look, I don't want to go out with Reggie. I want to go out with you. Now, How about Monday?
No, I'm sorry, Dr. Collier. I know what you're after.
You do? Oh, well, that's something at least.
I don't like it. I'm not just a pretty face, you know.
I know.
So rude.
I am.
Ooh, I'm desperate.
So am I.
A cup of coffee.
Where have you been?
Loftus.
Oh.
You know, I just don't understand it.
What?
Well, he had the Vice-Chancellor in there, and they congratulated me.
Oh?
And you.
Oh, what have we done?
Well, improved the standard of teaching, got into Loftus's good books, impressed the Vice-Chancellor.
Oh, that's nice. How have we done it?
Well, according to our reports, the standard of the first year have improved beyond belief since we've been teaching them. I mean, those reports, I can't understand it.
Ah, you got me to thank for those.
Eh?
The lectureships here go to the teachers with the best results, so to make sure I got a lectureship, I made the reports a little more impressive than they were.
You changed my report?
I changed everybody's.
You bark!
I couldn't have mind saying they were impressive and you're saying what a load of layabouts they are. Hey, with a bit of luck, I'll be out of radiology next month and lecturing for another 500 a year.
Yeah, well, I don't think you will after this morning.
Why not?
Because the Vice-Chancellor and Loftus are only taking a ward round with the first year, and Reginald Grace is the star turn.
Grace?
Yes.
Oh, look, don't panic. Look, all you've got to do is get Grace to swat up on all the patients, and then he'll appear impressive.
Look, he couldn't even distinguish a patient's sex successfully, even in a male ward.
Nobody can be that bad.
He is.
Even I wasn't that bad.
Now, look.
What?
You wrote those glowing reports. You get him up to standard by this afternoon.
Sure, easy.
Yeah.
Doctor,
Grace.
I'm a bit confused.
Yeah, right. Well, you just sit down there. Dr. Collier will tell you everything. See you, Paul.
Ah, Grace. Reginald.
Yes.
Bit of a problem here.
Oh, you're looking happier.
Yeah, a bit. Where you off?
Nowhere in particular.
Good. We've got 10 minutes. Your place on mine. Oh, Dottie, come on. What do I have to do to persuade you, honey?
Oh, well,
Huh?
Reggie told me he's got a very important ward round this afternoon. I do think I might be eternally grateful to whoever crammed him enough to get him through it.
Right. Paul, I'm taking over.
So, to summarise all that, Mr. Davis has a few... You are still with me? Yes. Mr. Davis has a few rars and rhonchi in his chest because of his bronchitis. His blood pressure shoots up periodically, and he also has suspected pheochromocytoma. We haven't had the results of his catecholamias or biological assays yet, but we are doing an inferior vena cava catheterization for noradrenaline. Now, we can't do the operation until his chest clears up because of the anesthetic. Do you understand? Now you tell me about the patient. What?
Oh, history, we've been over with you 3 times.
Oh,
Use your notes.
This is Mrs. Marks. She's 50 years old.
Dagenham.
Dagenham, and she complains.
She is not.
She's
Mr. Davis, who has got pheochromocytoma. What's he got?
He's got
You cannot teach him anything.
Look! Can't we do the entire ward round and just question him on one patient?
I can't even find one patient's name he remembers.
What?
Please.
Hartford!
That's the Vice-Chancellor.
But it's a start. Why don't you write it on your arm? I mean, I passed lots of exams that way.
I tried that, but I got nervous and it went all blurry. I get very nervous when I'm worried.
It's probably part of your problem. Just relax a bit.
Well, I get worried with the patients because I'm terrified of doing something wrong.
And you're so terrified of doing something wrong, you always do something. Yeah, right.
I'm sure he'll get over it in time.
Oh, he will, all right. In 20 minutes' time for that ward round.
Look, what we've got to do is find a patient he doesn't get nervous examining.
It's impossible. I mean, he's even scared of Mr. Wallace, and he's in a coma. Gee, I wish I didn't have to do this.
Well, it's all right. If it was you, I wouldn't get nervous. It's the real patients I'm nervous on.
Hey, that's the answer.
What?
One of us will be the patient. We'll give him all the signs and symptoms, and he's bound to look impressive.
Ah, now, wait a minute. You can't just go and jump into bed and pretend to be a patient. Loftus is doing the round in 20 minutes.
Well, look, I've got an idea. Look, I'll come on the ward round with you, and if you get into difficulty, one of us will have a fainting attack from,
Yeah, previously undiagnosed infectious mononucleosis.
What's that?
Glandular fever.
Yeah, and then Grace here. Grace comes along, does all the right investigatory stuff,
Yes.
diagnoses it in a flash, the Chancellor's happy, Loftus is happy, and you're happy.
I'm not.
Why not?
You'd never learn it.
Oh, of course you will. Now, look, right. All right. I'm fainting. Ugh.
Oh,
Oh, there you are. He hasn't got a clue.
Oh, give him a chance!
Oh, shut up. You fainted. Now, what are you going to do?
First, make sure that his breathing and airway is unobstructed. Then make sure he's got a good pulse.
Yes!
Then loosen his clothing.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Maybe it's a heart attack, though.
Well, I raise his legs.
Yes.
And listen for his heart.
Yes.
If I hear nothing,
Yes.
give him a beat on the chest.
Right.
You see how I'm doing on the doctor?
Oh, that's very handy. So if a doctor has a heart attack, we send for you.
There'll be no heart attack, no fainting. I can't go through all that again.
Oh, all right. Well, I will then. Now, remember, glandular fever. Now, what are the symptoms? Oh.
I got it.
Glandular fever?
Look, what are we doing being ill? He can be ill.
Hey?
Look, we'll go to the ward round and we'll say he can't come because he's been taken ill.
Oh, you're a genius! Yes! Now you're ill, right? You've got a headache, you've got glandular fever, heart attack, anything. But you stay here, right?
Come on, we'll be late.
Okay. Oh. Thank you, Foster. That was a very thorough history and examination.
Very good. Well done, Waring.
Most impressive, Geoffrey.
On to the next one, shall we?
Yes, sir. Well, oh, that's another one of yours, Foster.
Oh, couldn't we see another student perform? Grace, perhaps?
Yes, of course. Where is Grace, by the way?
He's ill, sir. He suddenly felt, well, ill. So I told him he could go and have a rest.
Been doing a lot recently?
Yes, I have an awful... Oh, Grace, sir, yes, an awful lot. I mean, told him he needed some rest, sir.
Dr. Waring?
Isn't it silly? I found Reggie hiding in the corridor. I expect he just didn't want to do his ward round, but I knew how important it was, so I brought him along. Sorry I interrupted.
That's quite all right, Nurse Grace. You'll never know what you've done.
Better, Grace. Well, let's see one of your patients, shall we?
Yes, this way, sir. Why the hell didn't you stay where I put you?
I'm very sorry. I wasn't sure if it was this ward I wasn't supposed to be in, or if it wasn't this ward I was supposed to.
I'm going now. Now, look, remember, this patient's in a hepatic coma, right? Now, look, his liver's down to here. Remember the blood examinations. Get those right and we're okay, okay? It's all in the notes.
Oh, why do they have to be here? They make me nervous.
If there's any trouble, remember glandular fever, okay?
Now, whose patient is this? Grace.
Go on. The history.
The history.
Sorry. Forgot the patient's notes. Oh, Jimmy, sorry, my fault. Oh, my fault.
My fault.
This is Mr. Palmer. He's 23 and...
No, sorry, the wrong notes. Wrong notes.
Come on, Waring, wake up.
Charts. This is Mr. Charts. He has Wallace disease and is 98.4 years old.
Wallace disease!
Yes, sir, that is a private name that we give to anyone suffering from a hepatic coma, sir.
We don't.
Which is what he's got, an hepatic coma.
Look, you better collapse.
Oh, right, yeah, instruments.
The instruments.
Oh, the instruments.
What's the matter with that doctor?
No idea. Dr. Waring, Dr. Collier. What's the matter, Waring? What are you doing down there?
Having a rest.
What? And what's the matter with you, Collier?
I don't know, sir. I'm in great pain.
Yes, what is it, Sir Grace?
His temperature's normal.
No, it's high, you fool.
No, normal.
Oh, he looks feverish, sir.
Doesn't?
He isn't.
Excuse me, sir. Could I have a word with you, please? Sir?
Is that it?
Collier is pretending to have glandular fever, sir.
What on earth for?
Well, so Grace can impress you and Lord Hertford, sir.
What?
Grace is a hopeless student and he's awful.
You told me he was brilliant.
Yes, sir.
Professor!
Oh, what did you say Collier was faking?
Glandular fever, sir. Grace knows the signs and symptoms, you see.
I am going to have to go along with this wearing.
Oh, sir.
But I want a full explanation afterwards. I'll examine the patient.
Sir, I think Collier's got a slipped disc, sir.
Yes. Could be. Could be. Don't you think glandular fever is nearer the mark?
No, sir, he's got a pain in his back.
Yes, well, he might have heard that when he fell. No, I agree, sir. Glandular fever.
Now, look here, there's a hell of a difference between glandular fever and a slipped disc.
Yes, of course. He's a good student, but he's wrong here.
He needs a board for his back and analgesics for a slipped disc.
Glandular fever.
Do you mind if I examine the doctor?
Well, there's no
Where
need.
exactly is the pain?
In my back and down my legs.
Ah, now, Grace. Low back pain, pain travelling down legs. Indication of...
Slipped disc, sir.
And not of...
Glandular fever, sir.
Oh, now, look,
Well, Geoffrey, I tend to accept the young man's diagnosis in preference to the peculiar ideas put forward by you and Dr. Waring. All right, carry on, Grace.
Yes, thank you, Grace.
Is a good lad, that Geoffrey. Showed considerable professionalism, sticking to his diagnosis, in face of opposition from his senior and professor of surgery. You look a bit overworked, Geoffrey.
Yes. No.
It wasn't his fault, sir. I'm afraid I leapt to the wrong conclusion.
Ah, and
sir.
as for you, Dr. Waring, no doubt you get good results and can take all the credit for Grace's abilities. But you seem to be neurotically obsessed with taking the blame for everything. Perhaps you should take a rest, too. Shall we go, Geoffrey?
Yes.
They've gone. What do you want to give them a load of damn fool symptoms for? What's up?
I've got a slipped disc.
Look, I said they've gone. There's no need to go on with it.
I have got a slipped disc. I've really got one.
Really?
Really?
He has.
Yes.
Yes.
You got it right.
Yes.
You got it right.